This is the real-life story of Amara, a girl whose mother traded her for money. They say money is the root of all evil. But I disagree. Poverty is the real root. It twists people, it blinds people, and sometimes it even tests a mother's love for her own child. Before this story begins, make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap the like button, and comment if you want more powerful real-life inspired drama stories like this. Now, let us begin. Amara was only 15 when life started demanding things no child should ever face. She grew up in a leaking one-room house where hunger was a weekly visitor and poverty lived like a permanent tenant. Her mother, Nneka, tried her best. She washed clothes for neighbors, sold akara on the roadside, and prayed every night for a miracle that never came. Some nights, Amara would lie awake listening to her mother's quiet sobs, the kind of tears a child pretends not to hear. But everything changed the week the landlord came. He banged on the door like he wanted to break it down. 6 months of unpaid rent. 6 months of threats. 6 months of humiliation. Nneka begged, cried, pleaded, but poverty has never been kind to tears. That same evening, while they sat in darkness, someone knocked softly. A neighbor had brought news of a charity event giving out food. Nneka and Amara went there hoping to get rice or gari. Instead, fate introduced them to the man who would rewrite their lives. His name was Chief Desmond, a billionaire, old enough to be Amara's grandfather, dressed in white, surrounded by bodyguards, cameras flashing wherever he walked. But when he looked at Amara, he didn't see a child. He saw an opportunity. He walked to them with a charming smile that never reached his eyes. He asked Amara her name. He complimented her smile. He then turned to her mother with an offer wrapped in sweetness and poison. "I can take care of your daughter," he said. "She will live like a queen. She will never know hunger again." And just like that, he handed Nneka a bag filled with money that could erase their debts, feed them for months, maybe even open a small business. Nneka froze. Tears ran down her face. She loved her daughter, but poverty had beaten her for too long. And that night, she broke in a place a mother should never break. By morning, she agreed. Amara didn't even understand what she was agreeing to. All she heard was, "Your life will be better now." At first, everything looked perfect. Amara became a social media star. Her page was full of luxury. She posted new iPhones, long wigs, gold necklaces, designer bags. People saw her entering private jets, sitting in expensive cars, wearing clothes she never thought she would touch. Her followers admired her beauty. They admired her rich lifestyle. Some called her lucky. Some begged her to teach them how she made it. Some mocked her and said she married her grandfather. Some said she had sold her youth for comfort. But Amara ignored the bad comments. She kept smiling online because she had to pretend that her life was perfect. In reality, the truth was painful. Chief Desmond was controlling. At first, he was sweet. He bought her gifts, took her to events, took pictures with her, told her she was special. He made her believe she was chosen. But slowly, the sweet behavior disappeared. He started telling her what to wear, who to talk to, what to post, how to act. He changed her number without asking. He collected her old SIM card. He told her to stop calling her mother. He told her friends were a distraction. He acted like he owned her. Everything she did had to go through him. If she said no to anything, he became angry. He told her she was ungrateful. He told her she came from nothing. He made her feel small. That is how narcissists work. They praise you when they want something. But once they get you, they break your confidence little by little. One evening, he introduced her to hard drugs. He said, "This will help you relax." He told her it would make her calm and romantic. He made it sound harmless. Amara trusted him. He tried it. After that day, he used the drugs to control her. Whenever she refused something, especially when she refused sex, he forced himself on her. Demanded anal sex, he violated her against her will. He didn't care about her tears. He didn't care about her fear. He only cared about his own desire. The drugs made her weak. They made her confused. They made her dependent on him. Her body broke down. Her mind became unstable. She started crying for no reason. She started forgetting things. She started shaking in her sleep. He used her condition to lie to everyone. He told people she was mentally unstable. He said he was helping her. She needed rehab. He said she needed him. He locked her up, seized her phone whenever she rejected him, saying she is mentally unstable. People believed him because he had money and influence. Online, Amara still posted perfect pictures. She still smiled. She still wore expensive wigs and showed off her lifestyle. She wanted people to believe she was fine. She didn't want the world to know the pain she lived in. But one night, she could not take it anymore. One night, after a terrible argument, she ran. Barefoot. Confused. Shivering. The effects of the drug still burning through her veins. She ran until her legs gave out. She reached the police station, holding onto the last thread of hope she had. "Please," she whispered. "He's hurting me. I need help." The officers listened until she mentioned his name. Chief Desmond. Their expressions changed. They looked away. Some stepped back. "Oga, this matter passes us," one officer whispered. She collapsed right outside the station. She was found by a woman named Ifeoma, a kind woman who worked with a small support group. Ifeoma took her in. She fed her, helped her detox, helped her rest, listened to her story. Amara cried for days. She felt dirty. She felt ashamed. She felt confused. But Ifeoma encouraged her. She told her that none of it was her fault. She helped her gather evidence. She helped her speak out. When Chief Desmond tried to shame her online, calling her unstable, ungrateful, irresponsible and a drug addict, Ifeoma released the truth. Screenshots. Messages. Medical records. Everything. The internet changed. People who once mocked her now felt sorry. People who once envied her realized she was suffering in silence. Some still doubted her, but many believed her. Amara decided to rebuild her life. She stopped posting luxury. She stopped pretending. She returned to school. She started therapy. She began to speak to other young girls about the danger of trading freedom for comfort. Her life was no longer about showing off. It was about healing. It was about finding her identity again. It was about breaking the chains she once hid behind filters and captions. Amara survived. She found her voice. She found her strength. She found her freedom. This is her story. A story of pain, a story of lies, a story of manipulation, but also a story of courage and transformation. And before this story ends, here is the moral lesson. Not everything you see online is real. Some people smile on social media, but cry every night in private. A comfortable life is not worth it if you lose your freedom, your peace, or your voice. If you want more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Bye. Bye.